Good afternoon, everyone. Well, today we're gonna continue the topic about the Tate holiday. The problem is I'm having a cold. I'm having a sore throat, and I've been sneezing for quite a long time, and I don't know whether it will stop tomorrow or when it's gonna stop, but I'm feeling under the weather, so today I'm gonna use English instead of Vietnamese because, well, my Vietnamese voice is really bad. I'm sorry for that. And today I'm gonna provide you with quite a number of words which are quite unique, and of course will help you to improve your IELTS or TOEFL score. These words are to describe Tate holiday. And I hope that tomorrow I will recover soon to use my Vietnamese voice again. So the very first word that I am gonna give you today is the word Tate rights. Tate rights. Okay, so the word Tate, you already know that it's the Spring Festival in Vietnam. It's the Lunar New Year in Vietnam holiday, Lunar New Year holiday in Vietnam that is so familiar. But then we have the word rights. And what does it mean by rights? Rite is a kind of ceremony which is performed in the same way every year or from time to time. So Tate rights are used. Tate rights are the two words used to describe what we often do to prepare for the Tate holiday. Let me give you an example. Tate rights often begin a week before the first day of the new year. It means that we often, prepare, decorate the house, prepare for lavish meals, and also buy a lot of things to, celebrate the Tate holiday together. And the things that we do to prepare for the Tate is called Tate rights. Remember, rights. Rights. That's it. That is the very first phrase. The second phrase I'm going to give you is, well, the phrase votive offerings. Votive offerings. So, votive means something. No, votive means done or given in order to please the God or the Lord. Offerings are the things that you give. So, votive offerings means the things that you give to please the God. Okay? So, I'm gonna give you an example regarding votive offerings. And remember to pronounce the word votive properly. Votive. It's a short E, so it's votive. Votive offering. Votive offerings. Okay? Now let me give you an example. People often place votive papers, including kitchen gods' hats and shoes, into the street to burn as an offering. Okay? Normally we're going to use kind of votive papers like the hats and the shoes that represent the kitchen gods' hats and shoes, and place them into the street as an offering. Now, once again, votive offerings. things that you give to the God to please them. The very third word I decide to give you is the word epitome. Epitome. This one is normally mispronounced like epitome. It is not epitome. It has 4 syllables, so it is epitome. Epitome. The stress is on the second syllable. Epitome. Epitome means the thing that is the best possible example of something. So we're going to have the phrase, the epitome of the food during Tate. The epitome of food during Tate. Now, let me give you an example. Sticky rice and spring rolls are considered the epitome of food during Tate. Remember when you are celebrating the New Year, you normally eat sticky rice, bamboo shoot, and spring rolls, pig trotters, lean pork paste, right? Those are the epitome of food during Tate. So, remember, one more time, epitome. Epitome. Epitome of food during Tate. Well, the very fourth word I'm gonna give you, and this word is very, very familiar to all of you. However, this meaning of the word is normally ignored or paid very little attention to. The next word is the word tend. And we have the phrase tend to. Tend to. Okay, so normally we use the phrase tend to talk about the likeliness of doing something, right? However, tend to here doesn't mean to be likely to do something. It means look after. So, tend means look after. Now, during the Tate holiday, we normally tend to the graves of our ancestors, especially during the sweeping tomb day, or in other words, pure brightness. Now let me give you an example about the words tend to. It is during the spring festival that family members tend to the graves of their forebears. The gravesite, temple, or crematorium is cleaned and tidied. Dirt is swept away, and cremation urns are polished. Okay. The very fifth word I'm gonna give you is quite a long phrase. A string of activities. A string of activities. Now, when you talk about many, you normally think of the word a number of, right? Or a myriad of, a plethora of. However, to talk about activities, especially activities during Tate holiday, you can use the word string. So, string means a number of. So, a string of activities means a number of activities. Okay? That would be better, superior phrases. Now, let me give you an example of the phrase a string of activities. We celebrate Tet Lunar New Year festival with a string of activities such as street music performances, boat races on Red River, and folk games. Okay, so string of activities. Next, this word would be very advanced, and it will also be very hard to remember and to memorize. The word is propitiate. Propitiate. There are 4 syllables, and the stress is on the second syllable. So we have she, remember strong S, she ate, propitiate. Propitiate means regain the favor of somebody, especially the God or the Lord or the saint, to please them or to entertain them. Remember, propitiate means to regain the favor of somebody, especially the God or the saint, to please them or entertain them. Okay, so what does it have to do with the Tate holiday? Think about the kitchen god. We use this word with the kitchen god. And let me give you an example with the word propitiate. Family members attempt to propitiate the kitchen god by burning gold leaf paper and offering carp, normally live, placed in a bucket of water upon the family altar for him to write. So normally on the 23rd of December, we're gonna put the carp into a bucket with a lot of water, and we suppose the carp would be the means of transportation for the kitchen god to ride. And when we do that, we are entertaining the god, or we are propitiating the god. One more time. Propitiating means entertaining somebody to regain the favor of them. The very next word would be very short and simple, but it can be considered a very good word to talk about Tate holiday. This word is pronounced fate. It's not feet. It's not fat. It's not fat. It's fate. Ate. So the word fate means entertain somebody lavishly, especially with food. Entertain somebody lavishly, especially with food and beverages. Okay, fate. Now think about the Tet holiday. We normally think of it as 2 weeks of eating marathon, right? So we normally fate the guests, our relatives, and our friends during the Tet holiday, right? Okay, now let me give you an example which has this word in the sentence. After the guests have been feted, the family goes off to their respective places of worship, maybe Christian or Buddhist, to pray for the year to come, or join in many public parades celebrating the festival. Okay, so one more time. Fate. Entertaining somebody lavishly, especially with food. Okay, here it comes, the final word for today. No, it's not this one. The very final word for today would be the word calligraphy. Calligraphy. There are 4 syllables, and of course, the stress is on the second syllable. Calligraphy. 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 What does it mean by calligraphy? It means the art of beautiful handwriting, or the art of decorative handwriting. Now, during the Tate holiday, you often go to the calligraphers and ask for the very good words from them, right? That is called calligraphy. Now, I'm gonna give you an example which contains the word calligraphy. Calligraphy giving is a special tradition custom in Vietnam which originated from the art of writing beautifully. So calligraphy giving means the calligraphers will give you the beautiful words that they write. Okay? Calligraphy giving is a very special tradition custom in Vietnam which originated from the art of writing beautifully. Let's review the words that I give you today. The very first one is the word Ted writes. Ted writes. The second one would be, votive offerings. Votive offerings. The third one is the word epitome. Epitome. Next, tend. Tend. Another word that I give you is the phrase a string of activities. A string of activities. One more word which I consider very difficult and hard to memorize. Propitiate. Propitiate. A very simple but hard to pronounce word. Fate. Fate. And finally, calligraphy. 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 Wow, it's so good that I didn't sneeze during the video recording. That's so good. And I didn't cough either. That was so good. Thank you for listening, and I hope that the words that I give you will be helpful and maybe of great help to somebody who is preparing for very, very difficult test. And that's it for today. I'll see you next time.